My name's Toby Mayo. I'm the President and CEO of Fire Resources, a Canadian-based lithium explorer. We have two fantastic projects in Manitoba and Northwest Territories in Canada, two fantastic mining jurisdictions, and I'd like to introduce you to those. We believe that we are a fantastic investment case right now, not only because of our projects and management, but also because of the upcoming news flow that we have going forward. We have, as I say, two projects that we've been working on for a number of years now. We're one of the very few Canadian lithium explorers who is actually exploring, so we do stand out from the crowd in that respect. We have a lot of upcoming great news, and we have potential for fantastic growth, not only in terms of exploration, but also the resources that we're defining. I'm an exploration geologist by training. My background is with Rio Tinto and Ivanhoe Mines, and I've been in Vancouver now for just over 10 years, running a number of public companies. I beg your pardon because I've somehow given you my long version of the presentation, which I should not have done. But suffice to say, we're in the lithium industry, which is obviously being driven mostly by the electric vehicle, the move towards electric vehicles, which is being mandated not only by governments, but also pushed hugely by vehicle manufacturers as well. Those car companies are putting billions of dollars into battery technology, and tens of billions of dollars, and also collaborating in battery technology development. At one point last year, and indeed over the last year, Tesla has been the most valuable North American car manufacturer. And when you consider how many cars they actually manufacture, which is not many compared to GM and Ford, it's quite a fascinating fact. There's a huge cultural shift towards the electric vehicle market. And that is not only being pushed by governments who want to have cleaner cities, but also by consumers who want to move in that direction as well. But it's not just electric vehicles. There's opportunities with grid storage and shipping and so forth that is going to be hugely important to development of lithium-ion batteries. I'm going to skip through all of this because, as I say, I've put the wrong presentation on here. Interesting, this slide here shows the world's first fully electric cargo ship that was launched in China in December last year. A fascinating move towards electrifying the transportation in general. Whether we like it or not, the world is becoming electrified. There are currently more than 14 mega and gigafactories being developed in China alone. And when you consider that Elon Musk has said that the Tesla factory in Nevada is going to use the entire global supply of lithium on an annual basis, this is really pushing us towards understanding or trying to figure out where the lithium is going to come from in the future. Obviously, there are a lot of companies out there who are trying to move towards production. Chile has just mandated a water sanction or a water restriction on new lithium mines. Lithium from Chile is one of the biggest producers in the world, Australia being the other from hard rock. We're a hard rock producer. Or we're a hard rock explorer, I should say, with projects in Manitoba and Northwest Territories. So the Zorro project in Manitoba, we've had that project for about 3 years now and have done 4 very successful drilling campaigns on that project. And we're just about to embark on a 5th campaign starting up in the next month or so. Earlier this year, we released our NI 43-101 resource on the project, 1 million tons at 1% lithium, which when you compare it with the Nemaska's and other producers out there, we're on a very good. We're very good in terms of grade. Obviously, we're a way to go on tons, but we're not worried about that. The resource itself was delineated on part of Dike 1, which is down in the bottom left of that slide, where the majority of work has been carried out. We've identified so far an additional 7 dikes. Most of them are outcropping. In fact, all of them are outcropping except for Dike 8, which was discovered through a successful geochemical campaign carried out over the summer. So our geochemical anomalies have highlighted an additional 50 targets for us to follow up on. Dike 8 there in the north of that picture, as I say, was discovered through drilling a geochemical anomaly and was previously unknown. We are getting intersections of up to 50 meters of 1.4%, which is a very significant grade. So this map here, or this series of maps, shows the development of the geochemical studies that we've done, expanding the geochemical resources. The square in the bottom left of each map is where the 1 million tons currently sits. But as we move out, we see that each of those red dots represents a new target, or grouping of red dots, I should say, represents a new target. And as I say, we have at least 50 targets to follow up on. We'll be drilling 15 of them this winter. So our plan for Zorro as we move forward is delineation of additional tons, identifying new targets, obviously, and expanding that 1 million tons to whatever the critical masses, if you like. We're not quite sure what that is. It's certainly not as big as Nemaska, but in the 5 to 7 million tons range, and we're certainly in the we can easily do that given the number of targets that we have. We have initiated a MET test work study. SGS is helping us with that. We'll be drilling some more holes this winter to provide some additional material for the metallurgy. We're expecting from the assays, we're expecting very good recoveries from that, and of course ongoing marketing as well. Essentially, we're in the de-risking stage, but also the expansion and growth stage. Meanwhile, in Northwest Territories, we have the Hidden Lake project. I should just say we have 100% of the Zorro project. Hidden Lake, we have currently 60% of that project. We're working towards a 90% through a series of earn-ins. This project was previously undrilled when we acquired it back in March this year. The previous owners had, however, done some MET test work on that project through a series of channel and surface sampling. The results of that MET test work were astronomical. There was a 97% recovery of lithium from that project, which even in hard rock terms is incredibly high. So we are hoping, of course, to replicate that in Zorro. But the grades at both projects are great. They're all over 1%, in fact up to 3% at Hidden Lake. Our initial drill campaign of just 10 holes, it was a proof of concept drilling at that project. All holes hit significant mineralization and over 1%. We are planning some more geochemical work at Hidden Lake to identify more targets. We have 10 dikes at Hidden Lake, 8 dikes at Zorro, so we're very happy that we have the potential for scale at both the projects, but we will be trying to identify more to show the potential for growth at each of those targets. So the plan at Hidden Lake, additional drilling, as with both. We have 1.5 million Canadian dollars in the bank, so we have sufficient currently for our exploration planned at Zorro, and we will be pushing both of those projects forward as we move over the winter. And that is bang on time, the end of my presentation. Thank you very much.